You know how I always say in these videos, I'm not here to teach you anything, I'm here to learn from you? Well, one of my great subscribers, Mendez, as I guess is how I pronounce it, he told me today in the comment section that Mendez, with a Z, often is traced back to being Sephardic Jewish. So I did some research, and turns out, yes, Mendez with a Z, which was my grandmother's maiden name, Sephardic Jewish. That is fascinating. S with an S, no, but with a Z, yes, and that's how her name was spelled. So it's really interesting. So I messaged my mom and I let her know this, and she responded by saying, because she has cousins that have taken DNA tests on both sides, on her mom's side and her dad's side, and the Sephardic Jewish shows up on both sides. Wow. And the last name Mendez with a Z. Wow. That's interesting, because we've speculated this. Okay, in case you're new to this channel, my mom is half Mexican, half Italian, which now we actually know means that the Mexican side, there was Sephardic Jewish DNA built into that, and the Italian side, she was only 4.5% Italian, and I'm 0% Italian according to the test, but instead it showed up 15.2% Sephardic Jewish. So now that means, well, the math would basically tell me that that's on both sides of my grandparents. That Sephardic Jewish people came from Italy to America. Sephardic Jewish people that were Mexicans came to America. They had children. Those children met each other from different states, got married, had kids, produced more Sephardic Jewish children from both sides. That's amazing, and I did not know that. And it makes sense. And the DNA test on both sides back it up through my mom's cousins. It's just funny because as an American, when I think of Mexican, I don't also think of someone Jewish. But I also am familiar with the concept that a lot of Jewish people in Mexico had been persecuted, and they actually came up through New Mexico. And they were kind of like secret Jewish people living in New Mexico. And I think a lot of them ended up with the last name Ross, is what I've read. So it's so interesting. This concept of crypto-Jewish, however you say it. Okay, so I learned something new about myself. I think this is very fascinating. I think this is even groundbreaking for my channel. To learn that this whole Sephardic Jewish thing is less of a myth and is more of a major reality. That my mom on both sides is Sephardic Jewish, and really there's no way to deny that at this point. We know too much. It is true. And how interesting, as an American, to have an Italian grandfather and a Mexican grandma, and they're both Sephardic Jewish. What are your thoughts on that? This is so cool.